What's up, y'all? It's your girl Michaela, and this is part 2 of 16 and Pregnant, I Almost Died. Before we get started, please make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications, and like this video. Just a little overview of everything that has happened. I was 16. I was not doing really well in school. I was trying to do better. I started getting into choir and theater. I became a signed actress, but I lived with my sister who kind of let me do whatever I wanted. I ended up partying a lot, drinking, doing a lot of other things that I shouldn't have been doing at that age. I went to a party. At the party, I got really drunk and I ended up getting a ride home from this boy, Adam. I knocked out in the back of Adam's car and woke up with him inside of me. At that point, I was in shock, but I was still very drunk and ended up walking from where he parked his car to my sister's house. After that, I just tried to forget anything ever happened, and I started getting really sick. I started feeling so sick, and not just for a day, a week, but for months. However, I didn't really recollect anything that had happened from that time because I was just so busy with my life as a teenager, and I didn't really understand how I could have been pregnant. I was very childish at 16. I know 16-year-olds nowadays are real fast. They know everything and anything because of the internet and modern day technology. But baby, I had to hear about puberty through MySpace in the library, okay? It really didn't even faze me that there was a possibility, because me being drunk and just feeling him inside of me, I thought I just immediately took him out. I felt like if there were any stroking or any ejaculation, I would have felt it, but I guess not. So that brings me to one day I just was throwing up so much in the bathroom, and my mom walks up to me and she's like, "You better not be pregnant." Because at the time, I had gone to my mom's house because it was the day I had school, and I guess my sister couldn't take me, you know? So I was like throwing up, and she's like, "You better not be pregnant." And I was like, I think I have the flu, Mom. So she takes me to the doctor, doesn't tell my father because she had, I guess, a motherly instinct that I could be pregnant. I'm telling my mom, "I swear, Mom, I have not had sex. I have not been sleeping with anybody. I've been just focusing on getting my life back together." Because keep in mind, I was a really bad kid. I had just had a drug overdose a couple years prior, which my parents had to take off a lot of work, and I was in and out of the hospital for a year. I was, I had just got signed as an actress, but I was moving fast, going to all these Hollywood parties, going to all these frat parties. My dad had just gotten me out of a hammock where I was just wearing a gay male's underwear, but still, and had to get my friends out of a pool that was butt naked a couple months prior. So my parents were done with me. Really, they were done with me. So for my mom, I swore to her that I wasn't having sex with anybody, which I wasn't from my recollection. We go to the doctor, and I'm like, "Doctor, I can't hold food down. I think I have the flu." And I also noticed something, and I'm not sure if it's somehow related. I have my RN BSN, but I've never heard of this. I started, one of my nails were kind of pussing. I know that's so random, but the doctor gave me a urine test and gave me all these other tests and told me to stay put. And then she asked my mom to step out. So when she asked my mom to step out, I'm like, "Okay, so what can you do about this nail? Because it's just so disgusting and this and that." She's like, "You don't need to worry about that nail right now." And I was like, "Okay." And she's like, "When was the last time you were sexually active?" And I was like, I haven't been sexually active with anybody." And the woman, the doctor was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm sure." And then 2 police officers walk in. She's asking if they could do a rape kit and all this other stuff. And I was just so confused. I was like, I didn't get raped. I don't know anything that's going on here. Where's my mom? Then my mom came in, and my mom was just going off on me. She was like, "I thought you said you didn't have sex." And I was like, "Mom, I didn't." She's like, "You're lying." And I was like, No, Mom, I swear I didn't. I don't remember. What? Wait, hold on. Why are you guys accusing me? Is something wrong with me? Do I have an infection? And the doctor looked at me and my mom and said, "You're pregnant." From that moment, I was so confused and so heartbroken and also so afraid. I just didn't know what to say or do. I couldn't remember anything until I realized that night when I pushed that guy off of me, Adam, he must have ejaculated. So immediately the doctor is telling me I need to get an ultrasound. I go get an ultrasound, and sure enough, it was really shocking news. I was 3 months pregnant. My mom was like, you better not keep that baby. I would not take care of it. You're not gonna have a place to live. And my older sister was basically telling me the same thing. She's like, you can't live with me if you're gonna be pregnant with a baby. The sound effects are killing me. My daughter in the back. There's a piece of information that I left out from this story. When I had a drug overdose years prior, I developed something called an absent-minded seizure, and basically it causes a lot of issues in my life still to this day, and I don't like talking about it. It makes me very insecure, but I space off. I don't know who I am. I don't know where I am, and I was on this medication called Topamax, and I was also on nortriptyline and some other seizure medications while they were doing the testings to figure out what type of seizures they are and how they could fix them and this and that. Unfortunately, Topamax does cause severe issues to women who are pregnant because it causes a lot of like birth defects and mental retardation. And although I would never want to abort a child because of defects or mental retardation, I was 16 years old, and I'll never forget how the doctor told me that I would be selfish to bring a baby like that into the world. She mentioned how there were like a lot of girls that were on a higher floor that were pregnant and really careless, and I guess she compared me to them and said I'm gonna end up just like them if I don't listen and have an abortion. Because me and my mom argued so badly when I found out I was pregnant, I ended up getting medically emancipated and started staying with my sister again. And the whole time my sister was siding with my mom. They were acting like they were disciplining me, but they told me that they didn't want my father to find out anything. So I really had to battle with everything mentally alone, because I know my father would have given me like the comfort that I needed. My father's like my best friend, and at the time me and my mom didn't get along, and my older sister secretly just hated me, hated my guts. She acted like she sided with me, but as an adult now I realized that a lot of what she said and felt was manipulation. I scheduled an abortion with Planned Parenthood, and from there on things got really hectic. I'm gonna stop there, and if y'all want a part 3, comment part 3. I love y'all, and I appreciate you for listening to this story. Thank you.